Hello everyone, welcome to the video. You're getting your classic Minecraft introduction here. Today I wanted to do a little walk around and talk to you about what AlphaWorld is all about. So first of all, AlphaWorld is a mostly vanilla, mostly anarchy warfare SMP. It is a super flat server, which I will demonstrate. Dun, dun, dun. Which means that it's really hard to get resources. It's a lot harder than normal to get certain things, and you need to be tricky about how you do it. It's semi-hardcore. You'll notice the hardcore hearts down at the bottom of the screen. And what I mean when I say semi-hardcore is when you die, you don't like lose access to the server or anything, but it takes you back to 0-0 every time. So that has a couple implications. One being that every time you die, you almost always lose your items. It's very difficult to make your way back to your items and get them back. Number two, if your base is far away, then you can't go back. You have to walk back, whatever. And number three, it's kind of easy to be spawn killed if spawn isn't under control. What else is unique about AlphaWorld? AlphaWorld is running something known as Carpet Mod. Carpet Mod is like a way of tweaking the redstone of the server. And the Carpet Mod features that we have enable things like flying machines that are much more complex. Well, maybe not as complex, but more like huge. I'll show you what I mean. So it enables flying machines that are much higher than the normal piston push limit. And I meant to stick that landing, but I didn't. But yeah, I've got like a carpet bomber right there, and then a basic like 4-way flying machine over there. And yeah, the piston push limit is 500. So that means that you can build much bigger flying machines on AlphaWorld. Another carpet mod feature is that you can move chests and dispensers with pistons. All tile entities can be moved with pistons now. Anything with NBT data that couldn't be moved with pistons before, things like furnaces, whatever, that can all be done on AlphaWorld, which is incredible. It's such a cool feature. It allows you to build bombing machines, fighting machines, cannon machines, things like that. Just incredible war machines, war ships on AlphaWorld. The third and final carpet mod feature is the flippin' cactus. You can flip things around just by clicking on them. I can't find a good example right now. Look, I flipped the gate. Wow, it's incredibly useful for redstone to be able to flip around dispensers and things like that. Yeah, what else is on AlphaWorld? There's no rules. It's an anarchy server for the most part. The only thing that people will scream and cry and whine about is that you can't hack on AlphaWorld. If I catch you hacking, or if there's any evidence of it, you will be banned. And I'll talk about kind of the mindset behind that in a second. So it's almost completely anarchy. People be throwing around racial slurs in chat all the time, which isn't great. But yeah, you can't hack. So it's not completely anarchy. And another thing about my server, the AlphaWorld server, is there are a bunch of custom recipes. You can craft things, certain endgame items, like shulker boxes, like elytra, like netherite and diamonds. You can craft all of it, which sounds crazy. It's like, wow, really? You made it that easy? You can just craft them? But the crafting recipes are kind of tricky. In order to craft most of the endgame items, you need this super metal known as prismarine, and you need kind of a lot of it. Okay, my crafter isn't working right now. I just completely broke it. That's okay. So basically, this machine outputs prismarine. It crafts it automatically from its ingredients here. And if I take this gold out, oh well, I'm gonna have to cut this part out of the video. Basically, when one single piece of gold comes in, it crafts another piece of our super metal prismarine. And the super metal is like an alloy. It's like steel. It's what's known as a meta item, and it's used to craft all sorts of endgame items on AlphaWorld. So what's the mindset? Like, why am I doing that? The reason is, number one, since it's on super flat, there's kind of a scarcity of items. It's like, it's difficult to obtain almost everything, including things just like food. So there's just a built-in scarcity. And when you combine that with the industrial aspect of being able to produce everything in a concentrated location like a fortress, it gives rise to warfare. AlphaWorld is a warfare server. It's a war server. It's so fun. And yeah, you get scarcity plus industry equals warfare, in my opinion. And you can see that on AlphaWorld if it gets active, which happens every once in a while, war inevitably breaks out, and it's incredibly fun. It's the funnest shit I've ever played on. So what's kind of the mindset behind AlphaWorld? I just talked a little bit about it, like wanting to have warfare and things. But in reality, it's meant to just be a fun, unique way to enjoy Minecraft. Like, it's meant to be incredibly difficult. I don't know if you guys have ever played games like Stalker Gamma or any of the other Stalker games. Things like Dwarf Fortress. Just games that are really, really hard. Games like Go, even. Hard but complicated. These things... That was a terrible, terrible, terrible way to fly. These things are difficult, but they're incredibly rewarding when you actually get the knack of it, get the hang of it. It's so fun to play on AlphaWorld because it's hard. It's like every time you die, you lose all your shit and you have to start completely over and just hoof it like hoof it like that meme and get all the way back to base. It's so fun. And what else is the mentality? Why don't I want you to hack? Well, I feel like hacking kind of ruins the warfare aspect. It makes it so that warfare is a lot more chaotic. And you know, if you're on 2B2T, then it's like given that everyone's hacking. But here, the AlphaWorld mentality is that you shouldn't be doing it, so that's why it's banned. Like, it doesn't really align with the rest of the mantras that I've laid out. And what else? I really like industry. It's kind of a Factorio situation. Oh my god, I'm being invaded. It's like almost like a Factorio situation. Like I said, you can have huge conveyors of items and items going every which way. You know, I have farms across my entire base and I'm just producing so many things. It's incredible. And yeah, it's meant to combine scarcity and difficulty with industry in the hopes of having warfare. So join the Discord today, join AlphaWorld today, and I hope to see you online. Thanks for watching.